Hi, this is David Case, and I work for Adatasol. We are a software company and do SaaS and custom business software.
And what is your role there?
I'm the Chief Operating Officer, and I help run the company, as well as a former developer.
When we engaged with you, we were working on two aspects of your business. We came in as project managers to help support your custom software development. And we also then came in as fractional COOs to help you modify the packages that you were offering. What was going on, especially in that fractional COO role, that let you know you needed help or a change?
So we had bought a company. The thing that we didn't find out about was how difficult the customer relationship was with that company, and how difficult billing was before pre us buying it. Trying to kind of change systems, us trying to update and modernize things. We had a tremendous amount of conflict with our clients, and we would eat a lot of hours and a lot of money trying to placate them for things that we hadn't even done, things that were done previous to us purchasing the company. That wasn't sustainable, and so the difficult conversations are: what do we do with this asset that we have paid for, that we are uncertain? Should we shut the business? Should we sell it? So we really needed some strategic thinking and someone to bounce things off of on what are some of our options here. The best, most profitable option is finding a way to make this work. And that's when we engaged you. We brought you in, and then you had gone through kind of difficult conversations and explained to us kind of, hey, here are some of the processes to go through difficult conversations, and here are some of the items that will help that process. That being packages to offer, that we can create these support packages. It becomes a smooth process where billing is no longer an issue, arguing with billing is no longer an issue, and everybody has a system and a part to play, and knows what their roles are. You had gone through this before with other clients. You worked very heavily with us before we ever launched this to create kind of the program, create the options, create the enablement materials, the marketing materials, all of that, training us that we're going to be having the conversations, as well as being willing to sit in those conversations almost as a referee. It worked very well. We did a very good job and had a very good conversion rate to the program. We didn't even lose the client. And that was a tremendous assist to us, because the other parts of the business were suffering because we were spending so much time dealing with the problem child. As we had some very large clients come through on the custom side, we started bringing in project managers. We said, hey, any project bigger than X amount of dollars, we want a professional project manager in there. We're going to charge money for the project manager because we believe that these very large projects go out of scope very quickly. And then as you grow and hire developers, a lot of them were very bad at project management, but very good at developing. To be able to liaison with the project manager, be able to liaison with proper project management reporting as well, and have better processes and systems put in place so we could grow again and kind of keep that growth factor.
How did all of that work really change your business? There's been a lot of change in your business over time. The results that on the things that we worked on together, how overall did it change?
So on the custom side of the business, one of the things we did is we took a lot of that we learned on the problem child side of the business and said, hey, things are going well here. We're not having those type of problems, but these are smooth processes. They will help smooth things out. We started instituting support plans, optional support plans, especially for our larger clients and our very consistent clients. This is just a very easy way for you to come in. You don't have to hassle about blocks of hours or billing for minor support items. It's just there. It's always available. And we essentially used almost the exact template. We tweaked it a little bit. And that helped us because we had gone through all that hard work of defining what that would look like, how it makes sense for our business and our clients. And even though that was a separate product than what we're now using all those processes and that package for, it fit in very nicely. It's helped bring in a lot more recurring revenue, which was an issue. Although we were growing very fast, we were growing through maintenance and one-time sales. This helped bring in kind of a little steadier recurring revenue, and it allowed us to kind of understand, hey, now we're not going to have a bad month in December when everyone goes on vacation. Now we're going to have a consistent month. And that really helped us in budgeting. It helps us in kind of expense outlays and understanding how much expense outlays we can truly spend and not have a couple bad months in a row knowing that a couple good months are coming up and have to come out of pocket for our normal everyday cash flow.
Have you been able to step back and focus on the growth instead of the day-to-day?
We have both been able to kind of not be involved in every single detail. That time open up, having other people and other processes involved to handle kind of some of the day-to-day allows us to focus on some of the big picture strategic issues that were kind of falling by the wayside. But it did open up some time for us to be able to kind of focus on the business much more so than before.
How did it affect the way the team worked and the way that they interacted? Were they happier? Did they feel more productive?
When we were dealing with the problem child, very, very tense meetings, that makes it a very difficult place to work. It becomes a toxic environment. So it really helped alleviate the pressure on that. And then it took us time to kind of steer away from all that stuff and try to steer processes involved.
What do you think the top 2 to 3 things are that you learned over both engagements, both from the project management and the package building exercises that we went through?
Working on fixing a system absolutely can be fixed. Having it be smooth for the client, it be smooth for the workers, and it be smooth for the management. Having a system that all three of those can interact with each other smoothly, that's a very important component. Having built that in a difficult environment, we were able to port it over to a less difficult environment, and it's been a great success for our company. Make sure to get those processes and systems, and if you have something broken in your cycle, to spend the time and energy trying to figure out how you can fix it.
What made you come to the realization that we have got to fix this right now?
We have our weekly management meetings. They're about 2 hours. Every minute of the hour and a half to 2 hours would be spent on one item, and that item was the same item for about 6 straight weeks. And we weren't resolving it. We were just spinning our wheels, dealing with fires. At some point in time in one of those meetings, I said, we have to stop this. I said, let's call Susan and let's ask her advice. I go, here's the situation. Here's what we're dealing with. Here's what we've been dealing with. And we're at a standstill. Whatever it was, the differing opinions on the leadership of what to do were very different. You really helped bring a calm voice, as well as someone who had been through the ringer herself and had gone through these things herself and had other clients go through them, had a great expertise and a great experience. And it really did, allow us eventually to sell the company, because if we wouldn't have got through it, we probably would have just, potentially gone out of business or it would have caused a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Those type of things escalate and cascade into other bad things. So thankfully, we did not have to go down those routes and have to worry about any of that.
A lot of the people out there don't understand the difference between running an EOS system and what a fractional COO or project managers or our types of services bring to the business. Could you take a second and explain that difference?
So EOS is a very important management kind of template management concept that you run your business in a certain cadence. You have certain meeting style. You define your culture. You define your core values, and you have a certain style of how you have your to-dos. You have your strategy, your big goals for the quarter, your goals for the year, and then you have your 13 weeks within a quarter to have your to-dos to get those big picture items done. Why you would need a COO and why you would need project managers is the execution of that still requires people to execute. And
Right.
even if you launch EOS and even if you have the best intentions, you have to have people that hold people accountable. And project managers, that's basically their job. Their job is to liaison between people and teams and to make sure things are getting done on time, on budget, to define the budget, define the time, to work with the people if they don't know how to do it themselves, and liaison with all the stakeholders involved in that to make sure things are going on track. And if things are off track, to alert everybody of, hey, it's off track. How are we adapting to this? And what are the conversations need to be had right now, and not after the project's completed that we're, $100,000 above budget and no one wants to pay for it. A big part of EOS is documenting process. If I had never worked here and came in and had to onboard a client, what do I have to do to onboard a client? What's your checklist? And define that, get it written out, get it shared to the whole team where everyone understands this is what we do to onboard a client. This is what we do when we're maintenance a client. This is what we do in 6 months after a client's been here, as well as maintenance and training of people in the processes, which is a big, big important component. You can write anything you want. You can say, here are the rules. If no one follows them, or there's no accountability to follow them, and there's no kind of habit built. And anytime you institute change, as you know, you're going to have to kind of keep up on it. All best intentions still need execution.
I also think that EOS gives you a great structure to be able to run a process-driven business, so that when something changes, you're alerted to the fact that you probably need to change that process too.
We look forward to our management meetings. We want to have them because we can really solve some issues that are really happening, as opposed to always putting out fires. We can wait. You have been great for us. I very much appreciate the help that you have done, and it's really impacted our business positively and profitably as well. And anything you need, you let me know. Happy to oblige.
Thanks, David. I really appreciate it.
Welcome. And good luck. I'm very proud of you. I think you're doing amazing things. I've just seen such growth. It's great. Love it.
Thank you so much.